everyone, and welcome back to Wednesday here on the Pagan Perspective. I am your overly caffeinated host, Eric. This week we're talking about wood, wands, and correspondences. So this week we've got several questions in true Pagan Perspective style. We've got one from Time with Time, awesome name by the way. Two from Cyborg Slayer Neela, and one from Chrissy Rose, and one from Novel Sunrise. Basically, they're all talking about correspondences and wood and wands and or some sort of related comment thereof. First was Time with Time. I was wondering if you could do a video about using different types of wood in magic. I've done some research about it and was curious about what others think about the topic. Before I get started, I am recording this on Tuesday, so Kara, happy birthday. She's 21 yesterday by the time you guys will see this video, but since I'm recording this on Tuesday, happy birthday, Kara. So wood in magic, the only thing I really know about is what kind of wood is appropriate to carve runes out of. So, that said, as long as it's a fruit wood, or ash, or yew, those are the apparently appropriate types of wood to use for carving runes. When it comes to stuff like wands, which is also going to jump straight into the first part of Cyborg Slayer Neela's first question, I've never worked with, owned, or used a wand, so I've obviously never made one. That answers that question that you have. Sorry, I don't have more information on that, but it's something that, honestly, as Kara has said in many of her videos before, you can find out anything about wands that I can find on a wand. Yeah, Wikipedia is a great resource and all, but I can't tell you any more than it does. So, when it comes to wands in practice, I don't know. When it comes to wands as a representation, I understand that it's supposed to represent air, I think. I could totally be wrong with that because, like I said, I don't know crap about wands. Now, when it comes to which direction do I use to represent which element, which is the second of Cyborg Slayer Neela's questions, which direction do you use to represent which element? Well, this is going to be really, really simple and really, really fast. North, for me, is Earth. There's plenty of reasons I could give. Mostly, it's just what I'm used to. East, for me, is air. My wife and I argue on this point a lot. She wants East to be Earth because that's where the largest set of mountains is for us, and she wants North to be air because most of the time we have southbound winds, so the air comes out of the north. But I go with North is air. North is earth, East is air, South is fire, and West is water. The reason I do it this way is because Earth is in the north. It makes sense to me there. Air is in the east because it doesn't make sense for that to be fire when all of the heat in Utah comes out of the south. When the wind blows and it makes it hot, it comes out of the south. South is fire. And because we have the Great Salt Lake to our west, that's where water resides. So it's earth, air, fire, water. The last little bit is, what is your opinion of right and correct magical responses? I really don't think there is a right. My wife and I, if she's in charge of a ritual, we do it her way. If I'm in charge of a ritual, we do it my way. And we just agree to not want to do it in the same way, and it's totally fine. It really depends on how you see it and how you feel, or what you feel is correct, which kind of goes into the very last part. And this is from Novel Sunrise or Novel Sunrise. Either way could be correct or wrong. Is there a danger in doing something the wrong way, or is it best for the practitioner to do what feels right to them? I've heard some pagans say to do what feels right to you, and others say to do things a certain way or suffer the consequences. The consequences mentioned were problems with astral nasties, or evil spirits, etc., that could be attracted by the work that you're doing and cause you problems. What's your opinion on how to be safe in ritual from such things, and is it a real danger? Yeah, and no. Let me go into detail a little bit. If you're part of a group specifically that is an orthopraxy group, which basically translates into correct practice, then your ritual and your spell work and things like that are going to be more rigid and more right and wrong. If you are more of an orthodoxy, which is correct belief as opposed to correct practice, then it's really about whether or not you believe you're doing the right thing or doing good works, or your associations are correct. If you believe that, even going against the dogma of any organized group that happens to believe the same way you do, still makes you both right. Right practice, or orthopraxy, is one of those things that is kind of strict, and it's pretty stringent, and I suppose if that were something that you were trying to adhere to, then yeah, you could be doing yourself a disservice by doing it outside of expected boundaries. Outside of that idea, however, I think whatever feels right is right. If you have a doubt about that, look into it before doing it again. If you're doing something to evoke negativity, in my opinion, that's going to cause you negativity, and you're going to get more than you bargained for, and not in a good way. This pretty much covers all the topics today. If anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I'll get to them as soon as I can and as often as possible. But I do hope this helped a few of you, or at least some or one or two of you. If you have any problems, like I said, feel free to leave me a comment. Thanks for watching, everybody, and of course, until next time, Odin be with you.